everyone, welcome back to Owen's Treats. Today we will be making baked donuts filled with jelly that are heart-shaped for Valentine's Day. Since it is coming up, I decided that we should make something sweet, something enjoyable, and also something that celebrates Valentine's Day. And I thought baked donuts is perfect because not only are they very healthy and they don't use oil, but they're also very easy, very simple, and if you have the right ingredients, it can be a little breeze. So let's get started. What we will need is 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour divided in half, exactly in half. We're going to need about 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, need 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 1/4 teaspoon of instant yeast, 2 1/3 cup of warm milk. Here it is. This has to be room temperature. Then we're going to need 1/4 tablespoon of unsalted butter. We're also going to need that divided. This is 3 tablespoons, and we're going to save 1 tablespoon for later. 2 egg yolks, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/3 cup of jelly or jam. You can pick whatever you want. You can get the stuff in the jar, or you can get stuff like this in squeezable bottles. Another 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. So this is just extra. You also need a heart-shaped cookie cutter, and you will need a piping tip, just a regular plastic bag. And then you will need a stand mixer, or you could do this by hand. We're going to be kneading the dough. I have the bread hook attachment, and then I have a large bowl. So let's begin. Okay, so for our first step, we're going to need to combine the dry ingredients. So I have 1/2 of our flour, and then we're going to need the sugar, and then instant yeast or pasteurizing, and then we're going to add our 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we're just going to lightly whisk this together. And then we're going to add our warm milk, our butter, our 2 egg yolks, and our vanilla. So just want to pour it all in. And then we got our milk, then our 2 egg yolks, and then our vanilla. Then we're going to take our whisk, and we're just going to whisk this together until it kind of lightly forms. Then we're just going to get all this extra glue out of our whisk. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to cover this in plastic wrap, and we're going to let this sit for 10 minutes because, like our cinnamon rolls, if you haven't watched that video, please go watch. And what the yeast does is that it eats the sugar and the milk, and it kind of eats that up, and then it expands. And so basically that gets us the gluten inside the dough. So I'm going to cover this in plastic wrap, leave it in a semi-warm place for 10 minutes, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so now that we let our dough rest for 10 minutes, we have the additional 1 1/2 cup of flour. We're going to put our flour in first. We're going to go slow though so it doesn't spill back up into our faces and everywhere. Put that in, lock it up, and then we're going to start on low. Just knead everything in. We're going to speed it up. And then we're going to let this knead for 5 to 10 minutes. And if you're doing this by hand, we're going to do it for 15 minutes. There we go. Now that we have our dough nice and kneaded, that took a long time. Then what we're going to do is that we're just going to roll it out. And this looks really good. This looks perfect. You want smooth side up, which is the side that you're rolling on. And we got our cookie cutter here. And what we're going to do is that we're just going to press out our heart molds. Perfect. I'm going to roll this back up. Now get right back with you after I finish enrolling the second batch. They all look really good, and so we're gonna let them proof. So we're gonna put a towel over them, and then we're gonna let them proof, and then we're gonna pop them in the oven. And I just took them out, and what I did is that first tablespoon of butter, I glazed it over, then I dipped them in sugar. So the next thing that we will be needing is we're gonna start filling them. First what we want to do is that we want to create the hole. So there's about this area of the heart here. You just kind of want to poke your knife in. You'll kind of get a sense about where half is. You kind of just want to twist it back and forth, providing a little bit of room. I want to lift it up a little bit too, like this. And push it down. We're going to do that for each donut. Here we go. We also want to check what our size is for this. Make sure that it'll fit inside the donut. Next what we want to do is that we're going to take our jam. We're going to take our bag. Make sure the tip stays. And then we're going to fill it up with jelly. You can pick whatever jelly you like, but I'm going to go with the classic grape jelly. Also make sure it's room temperature. That way it'll come out of the whatever container you have will come out easier. And it'll fit better into the donuts. Here we go. And then we're going to start piping. And you'll know when it's filled when the jelly just reaches the top size. And there we go. All of them are filled. We're going to put these in the fridge and we're going to let them chill so they settle. And then we'll have a taste. And here they are, completely finished. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope that you guys have a great Valentine's Day. If you want to make these, they taste amazing. I already had one or two. But they're so good. See you guys in the next episode. Bye!